A lot of things get better with age. Wine, cheese, and people come to mind. But no one has ever said to a real car, "You're not getting older, you're getting better." With nearly 30% of CTA real cars well past their prime, it's time to retire the older cars and replace them with new ones. That's what the CTA is doing with the introduction of the 5000 series rail cars. They're here. Prototypes of the long-awaited, highly anticipated 5000 series rail cars are on the tracks.
So we're pleased today to be here to introduce you to the next generation of rail cars for the CTA. Until now, CTA's most recent purchase of new rail cars was in the early 1990s, when the 3200 series cars were purchased for the opening of the Orange Line and to replace older cars on the Brown and Yellow lines.
The CTA has 1,190 rail cars. Nearly 30% of those are between 32 and 41 years old. New cars will replace the oldest cars in the fleet to ensure reliable service and reduce maintenance costs.
While the economy forced CTA to make some difficult choices this year, whether or not to make improvements to the service we provide was not one of them. Putting off critical investments such as this would place the agency so far behind that it would be nearly impossible to make up ground in the future.
There are 10 prototype cars. The cars will be tested on all 8 lines. The cars don't look much different on the outside, but on the inside, there's a sleek new look and a variety of special features and technologies. Most obvious is the aisle-facing seating. You'll recognize the configuration if you've ever taken public transit in New York or Boston. The seats are the same size as those in older cars, but the new arrangement allows for better customer flow and more customers per car.
With their old seating arrangement, there's a bottleneck with the seats. It's kind of a narrow space between the seats, and it's hard for customers to pass through.
There are hand straps to help standing customers keep their balance. LED indicator maps and destination signs help customers keep track of station stops, the date and time. And all the cars are equipped with security cameras.
One camera is actually facing out of the front of the train. The other 6 basically cover pretty much every square inch of the train. So if something happens, we have a record of the incidents.
There are several safety features not on the prototype cars that will be included in the final order,
including the ability for the rail car operator to view the interior of each rail car and speak to the people in that rail car via active passenger intercom. The Chicago Police Department will have remote video surveillance access, and CTA's control center will be able to make emergency audio announcements and send emergency text messages to the LED signs inside the trains.
Our emergency decals and signs are also photoluminescent.
Other safety features include glow-in-the-dark floor strips to guide people to the exits in the event a car loses power. The doors have added safety features too.
The method of sensing an obstruction in the door is kind of done in a high-tech way. It's being done through sensing in the motor versus using actual switches in the rubber edge. As you can see, I could put a finger in and the doors will bounce back, allowing me to free my hand.
Not as obvious to the customers, but equally as important are the efficiency features of the new rail cars. The older cars use DC or direct current to drive trains. Alternating current or AC propulsion drives the new cars.
A good feature of the AC propulsion is what we call regenerative braking. It's similar to what a hybrid car does. When a hybrid car brakes, the motors will turn into generators and generate electricity. And in this case, instead of storing it into a battery, we put it back into the third rail. So if there's another car on the same power section, it uses that power.
AC propulsion is the standard today and is used on other large systems such as New York, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta. It is more cost-efficient as parts for maintenance are easier to get. A new computerized diagnostic system provides a digital performance record for individual cars. Inside the cab, any problems with equipment pops up on a digital display to let the driver know what and where the problem is.
The operator is able to troubleshoot a little bit quicker and be able to get the train moving quickly.
The 5000 series train cars will be tested through at least the end of the year, so the CTA can monitor how the cars perform in all weather conditions. CTA plans to order an additional 396 cars when testing is completed. Before the train cars entered passenger service for testing, they went through several months of testing out of service to make sure the cars were safe and passenger worthy.